sunset bleeds rust on the ridge. Underneath the hollow sky's mournful white lies a ghost town's whisper, the broken bridge, past the dusty bottle where dreams run dry. Hear the train's cry cut through thin desert air, echoing the tales of old lost despair. Echoes from the hollow sky calling low, spinning tales of love betrayed and curses cast. Whiskey burns slow as cold winds of secrets blow. In the shadows every outlaw's die is cast. Beneath the churchyard's cross an unmarked grave hides a love stolen by traitors' hand. Her laughter haunts the canyon strong and brave. In the silent deserts I make my stand. The moonlight's witness to this heart's decay. Love's light smothered in the cruelest of ways. Echoes from the hollow sky, weary cries, tales of vengeance on a night without stars. The past and news, the future's a disguise. Every shadow hides a man behind bars. On this cursed land, under cursed skies, faced her ghost in every dawn's pale light. Truth's a blade that cuts through all the lies. Tonight the desert knows I'm here to fight. Echoes from the hollow sky, now my guide, resigned to roam where spirits can't find rest. With every step in dust my sins I bide. In the hollow sky the lost are blessed. Out where sorrow and the lost hopes collide. Echoes from the hollow sky know I ride. In a ghost town where the dust storms weave, under moonlight whiskey whispers beg you to grieve. Cracked leather boots stepping over cracked clay, streets that echo tales of the runaway. Bottles clank like the chime of a haunted bell, spinning stories in this forsaken lonesome hell. Dancing with whiskey under cursed starlight, feeling every demon that haunts the night, twirling the shadows of those who've sinned, where lost souls wander and bitter winds grin. Remnants of love like smoke from the church fire, ashes floating over a spire mired in mire. She was a vision too vivid for these barren lands, but she slipped like sand through old weathered hands. Train whistles mourn like a lover's goodbye, echoing cross plains where forgotten graves lie. Dancing with whiskey, with memories too thick, each sip a story, every gulp a trick. Spin with the ghosts of what used to be. In the silence of the desert, the only place I'm free. There at the bar, saw her face in the glass, haunting the mirrors, a specter of the past. Confrontation with the soul I used to be, before revenge turned love into this dusty decree. Whiskey pour on this cursed land, I'm a ghost forevermore. In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to shine, I ride alone past whispers in the pines. Dust kicks up neath the hooves of my old gray mare. Ghost towns echo tales of despair. A whiskey bottle clinks against my side as I ride toward vengeance with nowhere to hide. Riding through the last ride under a blood red sky, past burning churches where the lost souls lie. Hear the train whistle mourn a tune so wild and wide. I'm chasing shadows on this long last ride. The wind howls secrets of a cursed land. Once loved a woman, she slipped right through my hands. Betrayed by a brother, now foe, not a friend. Left me for dead in a story that he penned. But the desert knows the sins of night, and in its sands I plot my fight. Riding through the last ride under a blood red sky, past forgotten graves where the dust storms fly. Hear the train whistle mourn a tune so wild and wide. I'm facing demons on this long last ride. In the mirror of the night, face to face with my past. Every scar, every wrong, shadows cast. With the ending near, this tale's last page, I'll meet my fate with a gunfighter's rage. is my confession, this is my goodbye. I hear the train whistle sing a hymn so wild and wide. I'm embracing darkness on this last solemn ride. No more shadows, just the truth by my side. Underneath that crimson sky, where the vultures circle high, town of shadows whispers tales, silenced rails and rusty nails. Whiskey bottle by my side, spirit lost to the night's ride. Each step creaks in ghost town halls, to the tune of the dusty boots walls. Oh, dance me through the wind and sand, break like brittle land. Turn my heart with your cold false calls. Spin me around in the dusty boots waltz. Met a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel built with lies. Of a dagger dressed in lace, my heart left to plead its case. Echoes of a train sad moan carry dreams we'd never own. Under stars that watched and judged, in our silent waltz we trudged. Oh, dance me through the memories plain, where shadows stretch. Dusty boots walls. In the mirror of the night, I face down my fears, the ghost of my wrongs, the trail of dead and tears. Her spectral smile, a beacon in the frost, guiding me where all but despair is lost. Mournful melody of love's bitter treachery. In the dust let my sins exhaust, haunted forever by the dusty boots waltz. Fate has spun, the die is cast. In the dance of shadows, I'm free at last. In the town where the sun forgot to rise, crooked crosses cast shadows under blood-red skies. Dust rose like ghosts along the withered streets, while an old church bell tolled missing beats. Dance, dance the outlaw heart waltz under stars that witness without fall. Spin your partner's skeletal remains to the tune of the whistle from a distant train. Whiskey bottles lay empty, telling tales of despair, echoes of footsteps, she's no longer there. From a love turned sour to a life undone,
in the silence of a bullet from a forsaken gun. Dance, dance the outlaw heart walks through the ghost towns and the desert holes. Grip the devil as you sway and spin past burning churches and forgotten sin. Shake, a storm of revenge about his soul at stake. The train cried a warning like an old friend's voice. Time to face the past, too late for a choice. Dance, dance the outlaw heart walks with shadows cast by the setting sun's doors. Turn with the wind in a curse to land's embrace. Accept the end in this forsaken place. Each chord strummed a whisper on the wind. Each step taken a memory of sin. Dance, dance the outlaw heart walks till the desert claims you and your faults. Whispered in the shadows, down in the hollow where the cold winds moan. Dust devils dance and the tumbleweeds roam. There's a town just a shadow burned under the sun, where whiskey whispers and the slow rivers run. Old chapel bells ring out the past, echoes of souls in the night they amass. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, playing their game. Revenge is a traveler on a road with no end. Lost love and betrayal around every bend. I once loved a girl as fierce as the storm, but she left with a stranger at the break of dawn. Under a blood moon by the old sycamore tree, we swore our love, but it wasn't to be. The preacher man said, son, save your soul. But I'm lost in this desert, cursed and cold. Whispers in the shadows, calling out my name. The ghosts of my past, sharpening their aim. Revenge is a traveler, chasing the winds. Lost love and betrayal, my cardinal sins. In the silent desert, I face my fears. The voices get louder with each passing year. A reckoning's coming, like a train's lonesome whistle in the heart of the night, like the strike of a thistle. Whispers in the shadows, I can hear the call, frozen in time in the spectral thrall. This land of the lost, where I make my stand, holding on to ghosts in this cursed wasteland.
Ghost town, too lost for the sun to keep. A dusty bottle lays by a cursed land's gate, near the hanging tree where the dark winds wait. Echoes of train whistles over the plains, through the quiet remnants of forgotten pain. Where the hanging tree waits, so still, so grim. Underneath its boughs, I sing this hymn for the souls of the lost, the betrayed, the gone. In the heart of the night, their spirits drawn. A tale of a lover with eyes like stormy skies, her promises as hollow as her alibis. In the light of a burning church, I found my dread, her whisper in the wind, better off dead. Starlit badge that led me astray to the land where the shadows swallow the day, where the hanging tree waits, its branches sway, calling out the tune of the stray. For justice, for vengeance, beneath the moon's glance, in its eerie silence, the dead they dance. By the light of a dust storm, I face my foe. In the silence of the desert, the truths I now know. The bullet was swift, a flash in the night by the hanging tree, ending the fight. Where the hanging tree waits, with nooses old and frayed, I laid down my gun beneath its shade. For in the wild desert, under vast starlit sky, rest the tales of the old, where my heart lies.
whisper of the tumbleweeds. Under the pale moonbeam lies the ghost town where the midnight train sighs secrets in its steam. Whiskey bottles lay scattered, their spirits drained and spent, like the hearts of those who cursed this land. Their vows had came and went. Beneath the midnight train, there's a whisper of the wrong, echoes of a lover's plea, where the lost souls have thronged. In the cold and haunting whistle lies a tale of bitter ends. Beneath the midnight train, where the shadow bends. Here's the church with scorched windows, the pews charred black with sin, an altar of forgotten truths where confessions never begin. She promised love by the old creek bed, but her words were dressed in lies. I returned one cursed autumn night to find nothing but demise. Beneath the midnight train, hear the sorrow of the breeze, the rustling of the sallow leaves, the shaking of the trees. With each mournful note it plays, rides the pain of what I lost. Beneath the midnight train, I count the dreadful cost. In the dust storm's wrath, I see her face dancing in the swirls, mocking the life we could have had before it unfurled. The trains cry louder, the tracks still moan, revenge stirs in the dust. Tonight beneath the iron roar, settle this I must. Beneath the midnight train, I lay her memories to rest. Each whistle a reminder of the love I once confessed. And as the darkness claims the tracks, my revenge finally feels right. Beneath the midnight train, I fade into the night. In the shadow of the Joshua tree, where the devil cast his stone, lies a town too cursed to name, where the winds forever moan. Whiskey bottles line the streets, like the soldiers falling cold, and every step on dusty earth is a story left untold. Oh, the gunpowder serenade plays a tune of lead and flame. The bitter echoes fill the night, whispering a forsaken name. In the heart of silent deserts, some disguise that bleed and fade lives the curse of every outlaw drowned in gunpowder serenade. Once a lover called my name in a time when trust was sworn. Now her ghost in moonlit lakes through the weeping cactus torn. Betrayed by blood, by love, by gold. Beneath the noose the deal was made. A burning church, the cold farewell sealed by gunpowder serenade. Oh, the gunpowder serenade sings a love that can't return. Fires dancing, empty eyes, where the soul's too scorched to burn. Through the dust of forgotten graves, where our sins at rest are laid. We're cursed to walk these lands alone with the gunpowder serenade. At the edge where darkness meets the dawn, the train whistles mournful sounds. Face to face with my own shadow on these cursed unholy grounds. The gun clicks in the silent night like the debts of sin repaid. One last dance in the devil's hold to the tune of gunpowder play. So let the gunpowder serenade close my eyes to the bleeding sun. May revenge or sweet release come from the barrel of my gun. In the whispers of the desert storm and the choices that I've made, I'll find my peace or damnation in the gunpowder serenade. In a ghost town where the dust whispers sin, lay a bottle half empty, echoes of gin. Train tracks rusty, the depot's lights dim. A shadow moves slow where hope's light grows thin. Gone with the whiskey, my heart rides the storm. Lost in the bottle, where true lies are born. Old church bells toll for vows that were sworn. Gone with the whiskey, where devils are formed. Secrets are kept in graves unmarked, where silent tears wept. She promised forever, then away she crept, with a gunslinger's heart that ain't never slept. Gone with the whiskey, my dreams turn to dust, trust turned to ashes. In betrayal we trust. Love's just a memory, fading to rust. Gone with the whiskey, in shadows I'm lost. On that cursed night, under skies. I saw the truth hidden in her ice cold eyes. Revenge whispered in the old town's cries. A bullet for a heart under darkening skies. Whiskey, revenge burns deep. Silent desert holds the secrets I keep. In the cold night wind, the willows they weep. Gone with the whiskey, in death's sleep I'll leap.
Out where the train whistles cut the silence, the ghost town dances with its cursed alliance. Whiskey bottles lay in dust-strewn defiance by the old barn where shadows preach compliance. Spin my love by the burning barn's light, waltz through the flames into the cold night. The fire reflects in your traitor's sight. Ashes to ashes we waltz past midnight. Long ago under a blood moon's crest, you swore to me near the church lay to rest. But your heart was a bullet in the chamber unrest, and my trust was a sacrifice, a curse, a guest. Spin my love by the burning barn's light, waltz through the flames in the bitter night. Revenge sings a ballad on wrongs to right. Ashes to ashes in the dim moonlight. In the smoke I see your face, spectral illusion, a waltz of love twisted into disillusion. Through the cinders I reach my conclusion, this dance of flame, our final reunion. So spin my love, let the fire consume. The barn burns away our wretched gloom. From embers to dust our fate resumes. Ashes to ashes, love's final tomb. And as the day breaks and the fire wanes, silent deserts hold all my remains. Forgotten graves under the morning's rains. The lone whistle fades, only the silence remains. In the valley where the sun forgot to shine, dust devils dance with the ghost of twisted pines. Whiskey bottles lay buried in sands of regret.
Echoes of train whistles, memories we can't forget. Old Town's church with its steeple ablaze, burn prayer, smoky haze in the cursed land's maze. Underneath the moon's scornful glare lies a town too lost to care. We walk on bones in the cursed land sand, forgotten souls in the ashes command. Love once bloomed on this desolate track, turned to dust by a cold-hearted pact. Her laughter a ghost in the silent desert air, her betrayal a thorn of eternal despair. A grave unmarked under shadows cast, whisper tales of a love that couldn't last. Beneath the stars in different light, with shadows merging with the night, we tread on dreams in the cursed land's way, chasing echoes of the heartbreak. At the crossroads I stand with my sin, face to face with what might have been. A revolver's cold kiss, a decision to end. The whispers, the curses on the wind, they send. Now I ride through the ashes alone, this cursed land, my spectral home. With each mile I cross, I'm farther apart from the hell of the past, but never my heart, so I roam with my tails spun of dust in the ashes of the curse, in the whispers we trust.
In a town where the church bells no longer toll, whiskey bottles lay beside each forsaken soul. Dust swirls where the rose once grew, under skies no longer clear nor blue. Train whistle splits the cursed air. Echoes bound for nowhere from nowhere. Gone with the ashes, faded so fast. Memories of the future, ghosts of the past. In the silence of the desert where the lost love scream, I wandered through the remnants of a forsaken dream. Here stood a church, now charred and burned, a testament to the lessons we never learned. She whispered of love as sweet as spring's first rain, but her heart hid secrets, bound in chains of pain. By the forgotten graves we made our solemn vows. betrayal left nothing but shadows and hollows. Gone with the ashes, lost in the blaze. The fire in her eyes now just smoky haze. And the whiskey's burn where the heartache teems. I drown in the currents of broken dreams. On that night with the moon as my witness, I face the truth as cold as the desert's kiss. A revolver's echo, a cry in the dark. What's left of justice in a world so stark? Ashes, I ride alone through silent deserts where the winds moan. With each step forward, my past I redeem. In the land of the lost, I reclaim my dream. Gone with the ashes under starlit beams. In the haunted quiet, I sow my seams. Under the blood moon's eerie glow, whiskey bottles lay with secrets they won't show. In the heart of a ghost town side, a lone train whistle moans a forsaken lullaby. Ashes of the silent grave keep my bitter tales, haunted dreams of a lover's ghost where justice fails. On cursed sands where we once swore, now nothing but whispers of the love we bore. Dust storms dance on forgotten lands where I once held her with these trembling hands. Betrayal's knife, sharp and cold, left me with nothing but a memory to hold. Ashes of the silent grave speak of pain so brave, echoes of a burning church, the fate I brave. Whispers in the desert air calling me to atone. All that's left is a heart as dry as bone.
silence of desolation. A haunted melody, a gunslinger's last salvation. In a town where the whistling winds carry sin, under the ghost moon's pale watchful light, lies a dusty road where shadows begin, and the truths you hear are oft a lie. Whiskey bottles clink in forgotten saloons, echoes of laughter buried in sand. Each step kicks up curses under the blood-red moons. In the silent desert, a gun in my hand. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade, echoes of a bullet through the heart betrayed, where the lost souls wander and the brave ones fade, underneath the sky of a gunsmoke charade. Years ago, her laughter filled the autumn air, in a church that now burns in eternal flame. Promises made in the heat of a desperate prayer, gone with the wind, just whispers of her name. Dust storms rise where our dreams used to lay, train whistles mourn like the cries of the damned. In the night, the cold stars have much to say about a love lost and a life forever banned. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade, revenge stirs the dust where our bed was made. Ghost towns hold secrets of the love that decayed, and the heart counts the cost of the games that were played. In the coldest hour, the desert speaks of cursed lands and the vengeance it seeks. Face to face, my fate with a gun echoes loud. What's done is done. The shadows whisper over gunpowder serenade. In the silence, my soul's debts are paid. Across this cursed land, I let my memories fade. With one last bullet, my peace is made. In the echoes of my gunpowder serenade. Underneath the silver moon's haunted light stands a ghost of a town swallowed by the night. Wind whispers secrets through the chapel's burned black beams, echoes of the past caught in a dust devil's dreams. Buried in the cursed land where shadows lead the dance. Whiskey numbs the heart, but it can't change the chance. Every step I've taken led to this forsaken sand. Here lies my broken promise, buried in the curse.
darkness began to fall. She was the fire, I was the cold iron rail, bound for collision, a story doomed to fail. Buried in the cursing land where the lost souls roam, haunted by the echoes of a heart that was my home. Every night I've woken to the desert's mournful psalms, found my dreams uprooted, planted in these silent palms. In the valley of the damned I faced the truth under starlit glow. Her words were betrayal, the final brutal blow. Now every whisper of the sand, every chill the desert sends, is her voice calling me to a place where all ends. Buried in the Ghostland land, with my sins laid bare, the dust settles on my soul, yielding to despair. Here I wait forever 'neath the cursed plot, I stand bound to the silent hell, buried in the cursed land. In the shadow of a ghost town where the wind moans through the cracks, dusty bottles line the bar, a haunt of broken packs. Old lanterns flicker dimly, casting shadows, drawing sins. Here sits a man with empty eyes where my dark tale begins. Oh, the whiskey tastes like fire, with whispers of the damned. Each sip a story of lost love and lives like desert sand. The devil's brew, it calls you to drown in your regrets. A bottle full of ghostly cries and smoky silhouette. He once loved a maiden fair with hair like golden wheat, but betrayal's knife came silently, left nothing but deceit. In the heat of silent deserts under scorched and starless skies, he lost his heart, his soul, his love amid the coyote cries. Oh, the whiskey burns like vengeance in a throat worn raw with grief. Each gulp a chapter of the past, each pause a brief relief. The devil's drink, a bitter balm for hearts that can't forget. A tumbler full of burning churches and sunsets bleeding red. Across the bar, a mirror cracked reflects his hollow face. A reckoning in broken glass, the past he can't erase. With each reflection, truth reveals beneath the whiskey's curse. The man who stares back through the shards wrought better and for worse. So here's to the devil's whiskey, to the pain that it consoles, to dusty graves and train whistles,
broken hearts might mend. In a town where the whistling winds carry sin, under the ghost moon's pale watchful light, lies a dusty road where shadows begin. And the truths you hear are oft a lie. Whiskey bottles clink in forgotten saloons, echoes of laughter buried in sand. Each step kicks up curses under the blood-red moons. In the silent desert, a gun in my hand. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade, echoes of a bullet through the heart betrayed, where the lost souls wander and the brave ones fade underneath the sky of a gunsmoke charade. Years ago, I laughed to feel the autumn air in a church that now burns in eternal flame. Promises made in the heat of a desperate prayer. Gone with the wind, just whispers of a name. Dust storms rise where our dreams used to lay. Train whistles mourn like the cries of the damned. In the night, the cold stars have much to say about a love lost and a life forever banned. Shadows dance over gunpowder serenade. Revenge stirs the dust where our bed was made. Ghost towns hold secrets of the love that decayed, and the heart counts the cost of the games that were played. In the coldest hour, the desert speaks of cursed lands and the vengeance it seeks. Face to face, my fate with a gun echoes loud, what's done is done. Shadows whisper over gunpowder serenade. In the silence, my soul's debts are paid. Across this cursed land, I let my memories fade. With one last bullet, my peace is made. In the echoes of my gunpowder serenade.
Out in the shadow of a ghost town's glow, where the wind whispers secrets only dead men know. The midnight train moans a soulful dirge past forgotten graves on the sinner's verge. Whiskey bottle clutched in trembling hand. Fate etched it deep in the cursed land, buried in the midnight train. Echoes of love, whispers of pain. Steel rails singing a haunted refrain. Lost souls riding through dust and rain. Once had a love pure as the desert sky, till betrayal left her in a church to die. The preacher man said, son, seek no revenge, but the whiskey sang of a darker pledge. Underneath that blood moon, scornful light, I vowed she'd not be alone that night, buried in the midnight train. Each whistle a cry, each clack a chain, carrying sorrow, carrying blame. A heart full of dust, love's burning flame. Devil in that howling gale. Ghosts in the fog, church bells rang. A silhouette danced where the lonely sang. Silent pistol, a flash in the dark. Revenge found its mark, buried in the midnight train. Beneath starlit skies I lay my claim. Tracks to nowhere, forever my domain. In the heart of the desert I remain. This song captures the essence of a haunted western saga, weaving a narrative of love, betrayal and vengeance under the eerie light of a desert's cursed night.
In the valley where the sun forgot to shine, dust devils dance with the ghosts of twisted pines. Whiskey bottles lay buried in the sands of regret. The echoes of train whistles, memories we can't forget. Old Town's church with its steeple ablaze, burned prayers, smoky haze in the cursed land's maze. Underneath the moon's scornful glare lies a town too lost to care. We walk on bones in the cursed land's sand, forgotten souls in the ashes command. Love once bloomed on this desolate tract, turned to dust by a cold-hearted pact. Her laughter, a ghost in the silent desert air. Her betrayal, the thorn of eternal despair. A grave unmarked under shadows cast, whispered tales of a love that couldn't last. Beneath the stars in different light, where shadows merging with the night, we tread on dreams in the cursed land's way. This cursed land, my spectral home. With each mile I cross, I'm farther apart from the hell of the past. But now